Right guys, another little discussion here, and it's to do with the transfer ban that we've got as a football club. And maybe it's not so bad, you know, because it might refocus us as a football club. As you know, we've got 41, 44 players out on loan. A lot of them really good players, and then obviously come back to us in a lot better shape as better players. And we certainly add to a decent squad that we have already. And the youngsters, enjoying the youngsters like Callum and Hudson-Odoi and Ruben Loftus-Cheek and even Ampadu. But in terms of the players I'm thinking of, like perhaps maybe Tammy Abraham, the two lads at Derby, what is it, Mason Mount and Tamori. You know, there's also established players that are out on loan as well, you know, like Kurt Zuma. We all love Kurt, don't we? Tremendous addition he'd be, you know, to our defensive line. And Michy Batshuayi, you know, what we're doing with him. So there's a lot to discuss out there. In terms of this season so far, one final we've played, very unlucky to lose out to Man City, weren't we, on penalties. And look, we've got Champions League football. Yes, that was the target of Maurizio Sarri. Yeah. And we're either going to finish third or fourth. Hopefully we'll finish third and we'll get a result at Leicester in the last game, the final game. We're on the verge of another final, the Europa League final, as long as we get a positive result tonight against Eintracht Frankfurt, which I think we will. To be fair, 1-1, as we know, we've got the away goal. And I just think it's going to be a really good night, like, you know. So what do you think, Dave? Obviously we all know you. I mean, I'm not a Sarri out person. I've been supportive of Maurizio Sarri. I've said it's a process that we're in. We didn't get him for his tremendous record as a manager in the past. We brought him in to change things, to change philosophy and style and all of that sort of stuff. But you're very pro Sarri, aren't you? You love Sarri, don't you?
Well, I said a few months ago that I thought he was a tactical genius, and I think he's going to prove that. Regardless of what anybody thinks or does or says, he's going to prove it. And he is proving it. The players love him. The players love the way he plays. They love, you know, they're loving it, you know, they're buying into it. And that's the key. If the players love it and they love his philosophy, he'll have them playing fast, attractive football. And I mean, there was a lot of doubt about it. There was a lot of negativity. Everyone was negative about it as he was changing things. You know, for the amount of games that we played in this season, I don't think that Sarri himself had to adapt, and he had to learn, and he had to teach them to learn complicated tactics, and you'll see an advancement of that in pre-season, which is exactly what I was saying. He gets a good pre-season, and there'll be all sorts of position changes and all sorts of different runs.
It's saying we're going to challenge next year, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll challenge. We'll be a little bit off him still. He thinks it might take another year, but he will build a team that will play like your Liverpool's and like your Man City's, and blow away, you know, all the competition will be between us and Man City and Liverpool. We're going to have to
that lane there, my friend.
So you know, a tactical genius like those other two managers, and I think he'll finish the season. I think we'll finish the season with a trophy, and I think we'll finish the season third in the league.
Well, you know what? If we finish third, yeah, and Champions League football, which was definitely the target, straight on, my friend, and we win Europa League, and obviously we reach the League Cup. And let's be fair, we got knocked out by Man United in that stage of the FA Cup, so it's not been a bad season, has it? Really, it's been a great target achieved.
It's been a great season. He's turned it.
Especially with Man City and Liverpool being so like a juggernaut.
He's turned it round. He's got Chelsea playing the way all of us have wanted them to play, and he's introduced some young players who are now becoming established in the team.
Yeah.
Next year, he'll probably bring 3 more of the of the players we got out on loan.
I just think another one as well. Charlie Masonga.
Yeah, there's, but they've
I was
got.
gutted when he went to Celtic too.
But
He's a big test, isn't he? Holland.
They've got to be, but they've got to reach a certain level, and they're all developing.
There's lots of players like Dave. You know, there's like, for example, you know, there's
No, but see, the problem is, everybody at Chelsea wants everything now, and you know these players, we bought them, they're developing all the time, they're improving all the time, and then when Sarri gets hold of them, he takes them up to the level that he needs them in them to put them into a top 3 team.
so in terms of the first team, right?
Yeah.
The first team, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper, Kepa, I think he's been superb.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've forgotten all about Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah.
I think he's been brilliant. All right, big price tag. It's a lot on the young shoulders, really, that to take on board.
Yeah.
But I think he's been absolutely superb now.
He's
I love him.
improved. He's improved.
Absolutely love him.
He's
In fact, I don't think we've got any problems with the goalkeepers. We've got Willie Caballero. He's a brilliant second choice goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And that's probably why we've got 4 or 5 keepers out on loan.
Yeah.
As we have right now, you know. All sort of learning their craft and that.
He's improved under Sarri. He's improved. He looks the finished article. He's beginning to look the finished article, and he's only a young keeper.
But in terms of the defence, obviously we know Gary Cahill's retiring,
Yeah.
right? And much respect to Gary, won everything the game,
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay, Cesar Azpilicueta, I think it's just been great. You know, you can't argue with him.
No.
Antonio Rudiger, love him to bits. I think he's solid as anything.
Yeah.
And the young kid on the opposite side, Emerson,
Yeah.
the Brazilian, I think he's been fantastic too.
He's
The
improved.
question marks, I guess. And young Christensen, I love Christensen,
Yeah.
Andreas Christensen.
Yeah.
Obviously, he stays. So all those players stay.
Kurt Zuma can come in to replace Gary Cahill.
It could do,
Yeah.
but what do we do? Do we stick with David Luiz? Do we stick with?
Well, that's up to Christensen and Kurt Zuma to try and
Love
show.
Luiz, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Love him, do you know what I mean?
they're gonna replace them at times when they're a little bit jaded or feeling the strain, and they're going to be pushing to try and displace them from the team. There's real competition. In that squad. We need 4 good centre backs.
And what about Marcus Alonso? A lot of people are saying we should maybe cash in on him. He's gone off the boil a bit, and he's not the same player as what was left there, buddy.
He's playing. Marcus Alonso's been a fantastic player, but he's played a little bit too much, and he can't keep running up and down that touchline.
Gets caught out, doesn't he, a little bit, I just think Emerson's the real deal, I think he's quicker, I think he gets down the byline, he gets good crosses in, I don't think Alonso does it so much. Good free kicks, obviously,
But Alonso's going to have to up his game to challenge. That's what it's all about. We've got competition in the squad.
And we do there as well, haven't we?
Absolutely.
We've got loads of coming in. So defensively, we could bring Zuma back. Do we get rid of Zuma? We cash in on Zuma?
We bring it back. We bring it back, and
lots of cover in the defence.
Lots of cover all over the pitch in terms of the players we've got on loan, the players that we're going to bring in, the young players that we're going to bring in. There's lots of cover.
Well, how about this one then? We're going to go on the holding midfield now. Let's talk in terms of N'Golo Kante. Speaks for himself. He's just the magic man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Love him to bits. And Jorginho, right? Okay, now he took a lot of stick, but I think he's become even more of a player.
He's improved massively.
Absolutely, I love him. I love Jorginho. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's improved massively.
Down here, buddy.
He's improved massively under Sarri's coaching. That's what he's done. He's improved massively, and that's what the manager's been doing. He's been working with all these players, and you can see the improvement in every single player.
But I thought of a player that's out there on loan right now. Do we bring him back? We paid big money for him, over £30 million. Timmy Bakayoko. Do we bring Bakayoko back?
I'm not convinced by his attitude.
He done a Kepa, didn't he? He wouldn't come off the bench or something.
No.
I know it's the opposite because Kepa wouldn't come off the field. But
I'm not convinced.
Right here, buddy.
I'm not convinced by his attitude. personally. That's just my own personal opinion.
Okay, well, assuming Eden Hazard stays, yeah, obviously there's a done deal. Obviously, we keep Hazard. Obviously, Pulisic, the American, we bring him in.
Yeah, that's
right here, mate.
That's going to be exciting of what's happening.
We just put it over here a minute, mate. Just put it over here. Okay, in terms of the other midfield players, then Ross Barkley, question marks.
Ross Barkley's he needs to up his game. He needs to improve. He's a great player.
Do we keep him? Do we cash in on him?
No, keep him. He's he's played well, but he needs to play better if he wants to get in that team.
And Ruben Loftus-Cheek is a colossus, and he's like
he's
Yaya
Toure. He's going to have a massive,
brilliant. Love
he's
him.
going to have a massive impact next season. He's going to be world class. That's what. That's under Sarri. Sarri's given him the belief, that he can. He's one of the best midfield players in this country at the moment, and Sarri says next season he'll be one of the best midfielders in Europe. That's how good he's going to be. Just
thinking in terms of Tomori at the derby, right? He could slot in if we were to get rid of Marcus Alonso. Perhaps there could be an angle there, and also here's one for you. These are two very controversial ones: Pedro and Willian. Bearing in mind we've got Callum Hudson-Odoi. If we were to bring back Charlie Masunda, we've got Pulisic. You know what I mean? Plus we've got Hazard if he's still available. Do we catch in on Willian because of his age, or stick with Pedro? Maybe get rid of Willian, or keep them both?
I think personally, if any player was going to leave, it probably would be Willian, because he's not happy. He wants to be in the team every week, and he's great sometimes, and other times he's not great. He'd like to play in a European side where they play less games. Personally, that's what I think. Whereas Pedro is class, but his age is against him, but he'd be a great squad player, and he always gives 100% when he's on the field.
Kovacic, I was impressed right in the beginning, not so impressed anymore. I think we let that one go. Do you let him go back to Madrid?
I personally think Kovacic has improved during the season. I think
Mason Mount bringing in, and
Mason Mount is going to be pushing him hard to try and keep him out. And if you've got Jason Mount, trying to push Kovacic out the side, they're both going to be in the side and out, and they're going to be fresh, and they're going to be battling it out, and both of them players will get better and better and better. So
okay, the strikers then. Let's quickly get to the strikers then. Yeah. Olivier Giroud. Do we let him go now? Or?
No, Giroud's already been. He's signed an extension to. We got him on another year, so he's going to be there for another year.
Okay, and what about Gonzalo Higuain? 16 million to loan him out for another year, or 32 to buy. Sarri certainly wants him. He said he'd be better this year than the following season because
next season he knows that striker better than anyone, and you've seen touches of his brilliance. But he's been lacking pace. He's not, and he's getting back to the fitness levels that when Sarri had him. When he's really fit and he's really fast, he's going to be a handful. So next season you'll see a lot more from him.
And bring Tammy in from Villa. 25 goals, 26 goals, whatever it is for Villa. Fantastic.
Tammy comes in.
Learns to trade under Higuain.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it might be. It might be that Tammy sort of he'll have a few games for us. He'll try. He'll learn. He'll develop, and he'll probably take the place of. He'll be our number 2 striker next year, and then he'll be pushing Higuain, and eventually Tammy's going to be our main striker. I mean, that's written in the stars.
And what about Michy Batshuayi? I mean, what happens there with him? I mean, he's obviously at Crystal Palace. Do we sell him? I mean, we paid big bucks for him, didn't we? 35, wasn't it? 35 million.
I don't.
And Avera Morata. I mean, what's the score with him? Has he got another year to go? He's at Atletico, isn't he?
Yeah, Morata didn't perform.
60 million.
He didn't perform. He's not got the right attitude. He just didn't. He did.
But what do we do with Mitchie? Is he good enough to come back?
I don't think Mitchie's got the right attitude for Chelsea.
So you're saying that next season we still stick with Higuain, we stick with Olivier Giroud, but bring in Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham comes back, and he
and maybe Michy Batshuayi as a fourth striker.
No,
you know,
no. I mean, personally, I would sell Michy. I don't think his attitude's going to make him a top striker.
Okay, well, listen, if we left
But
anyone
that's just
out,
my opinion.
Sorry, guys,
That's
but
just my opinion.
Well, obviously, what we're basically trying to say is that all's not lost here. Yeah, right. If we can't sign anyone, so be it. Yeah, we've got 40. Listen, out of those 60 odd players, we can make
We've already signed all the players we need. We've already done it. We've already got all the young players we need. We've got that American coming in. I'm
excited, aren't you?
We've already signed all the players we will ever need for the next 2 or 3 seasons. And then we'll have more youngsters coming through and everything. We've already put the foundations in to a world-class football team that can win the Champions League. We don't need anybody else. Yeah.
Well, listen, guys. Let us know what you think down below. You know, whether you feel that it doesn't really matter whether we need a transfer window or whatever, or can we get away with it maybe for 1, maybe for 2 windows. And which players would you bring back from loan? Players that are out on loan, and you know, which players would you let go? You know, what players would you? Danny Drinkwater's another one. He can go, can't he? Do you know, he's never really held down a place, is he? You know what I mean? Yeah. And there's a few fringe players that can just perhaps maybe.
I like Danny Drinkwater, but he's
trying to think of anyone that I've left out. I don't think I've left anybody out.
I like him, but he's just not good enough for to challenge for the league.
Well, let us know what you think, guys. Would you bring Bakayoko back? Would you bring Batshuayi back? You know, what do you think? And assuming obviously we keep Eden Hazard, fingers crossed.
He'll sign now that we're in the Champions League.
Well, fingers crossed, eh? But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you and do another video soon. Cheers.